Hello and welcome to another episode of eScoot Talks. So we are in Dublin, in Phibsborough, and we're gonna go towards Phoenix Park and make a little review about this lovely Dualtron Mini that I actually told you already that I'm bringing you that video. It's just I didn't have too much time to make a video earlier, so okay. A bit more traffic, so yeah, let's go. So let me tell you a little bit about this Dualtron and share some other info. Then we're gonna speed up until we get to Phoenix Park, because I'm riding in a first gear around 20 kilometers per hour, because I'm trying to save a battery, since I'll do a speed test there, and of course speed test is not gonna work that well on an empty battery as it would do on a full battery. Unfortunately, this is the second time I'm actually recording this today, and hopefully this bus is not too noisy to kill the sound. First time I made a mistake, I forgot to change settings and I was recording in 1080p, and the footage was okay, but it was also just not useful enough. So yeah, this Dualtron Mini is actually quite an old model. It's a first version of a Dualtron Mini, came to the market roughly 4 years ago. When I saw it in the first place, I was like, oh, I would actually like to try that. When I saw a price tag, I was like, forget about it. Because at that stage, 4 years ago, you could have we had like small Xiaomis, we had Ninebots, we had a couple of Kugos that were all kind of under €500 scooters. Over €500, we had Dualtron Spider. I think there was maybe some other Dualtrons. Okay, let's go. Yeah, turn left, yeah, perfect. Love the indicators. Lots of people don't use indicators, lots of motorists, but I'm glad when they actually really do. At least I know what I can expect. So yeah, we had 010X. Like 010X had a similar price. At least 52-volt version had a similar price to this, so maybe just a couple of €100 difference. So you had this, that's like 52-volt 17 amp hour battery, and technically for same money you could have get 010X with 18 amp hour China cell batteries. Now this comes in 17 amp hour LG cells and 13 amp hour China cells. Of course, LG cells definitely better than China cells. But for just maybe a couple of €100 more, you could have get a 010X that's dual motor with 52 volt 23 amp hour LG cells, or 60 volt 21 amp hour Samsung cells. So okay, that 60 volt version was like close to $2,000, but as I said, 52 volt version were a bit cheaper, between 12, 13 to 15, €1,600. So we were talking about just a couple of €100 difference for 010X that has two motors, can climb all the hills, can easily do 60-65 kilometers per hour, and it's a bigger and more comfortable and smoother scooter and everything. Now my friend got this, actually him and his friend, so they had two of those, and I told him, listen man, if you're ever gonna be getting rid of it or whatever, just definitely let me know, and I'm gonna take it over from you. And luckily he finally decided to upgrade, and I managed to get my hands on this one. So this one's 3 years old. It has around 3,300 kilometers on a clock, and it's still working pretty good. Regarding repair history, it doesn't have too much of a repair history. Mostly punctures, and those punctures were actually caused mainly because, well, he wasn't checking on the tire pressure. But except for that, yeah, nothing else. And yeah, before we actually also get to Phoenix Park, just one more thing. So let me know what you think of this type of video, like FPV, because this was actually idea for eScoot Talks in the first place. That was the first plan, and the plan was actually for my friend to join in and, like, you know, choose point A, point B route and a topic and discuss that, you know, kind of to make it like a little bit more dynamic, more interesting. But unfortunately it never happened, and we also didn't have all the proper equipment. So now, yeah, finally I'm bringing you this, and there we're in Phoenix Park. Now we're gonna speed up, get to the main location where I'm planning to do a speed test, and we'll go from there. Okay, so here we are. We're gonna try and do a speed test here, but we're just gonna wait to pass that bus stop, or maybe not, because we have someone pushing a buggy there, and we have some cyclists. Okay. 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 We might actually get lucky here. Let's see. Okay. Okay, let's give it a try now. So we are in a power mode, and we have to keep in mind that I'm 90 kilos. So let's see. Wow, 46. We are getting a bit of a wind, but like, wow, yeah, 46 kilometers per hour. That's actually, like, you know, brilliant. We actually for a second even got 47, but of course acceleration is not gonna become that great now. Oh, this is now gonna take some time. Let's speed up. Okay, let's see what we're gonna get now. So if we get a higher speed here, that means we had an incline there, and I just hope nobody's gonna get on the cycle track now, because a bit of a downside on this scooter are brakes. Okay. Okay, yeah, I definitely had to slow down. We got 45 kilometers per hour, 46 there. We had a bit of a wind, so that was causing a bit of a trouble. I'll be honest, earlier when the battery was 100% full, I actually managed to get over 50 kilometers per hour. That kind of makes a bit of a sense, because I said on a paper, if we look at the technical specifications, then, well, it's, as I said, it's like 010X scooter, and so let's say 010X with a single motor, 52 volts, should definitely do over 45 kilometers per hour. Okay, now let's go here and finish video, because this looks like a nice spot where I could technically sign off. Okay, so yeah, we did a speed test, and we got nice speed. We got 45 kilometers per hour. With a full battery, that should technically, as I said, go towards 50 kilometers per hour. So now my opinion is that actually this scooter is worth every penny, because you get technically almost zero, well, you get 010 or maybe almost 010X specs in Xiaomi format. So you get speed if you need it, okay, you get range if you need range, because this scooter has eco, mix and power modes, and then on top of that it has 3 gears, so technically you have 9 different options to find your perfect setup for riding to get the speed and the range that you need. Like in second gear, this scooter is gonna do in a power mode like 35 kilometers per hour for zipping around town, perfect. In eco mode, in first gear, it's gonna do 20 kilometers per hour. So if you're not in a rush but you need a long range, you're gonna get it. Overall, I'm pretty impressed. Like downside, so it has lights, like those LED lights on the side, you won't be able to see them. They look absolutely cool, they make you really visible, but the headlights, front lights, are pretty bad. Rear lights are actually pretty bright. So downside is a headlight, like okay, I have external one. Handlebars have lots of space to add, like I have a phone holder, I have a camera mount, extra horn, electric horn, even that stock horn is actually pretty good as well. As I said, from day one, not many repairs on this scooter at all. I'm gonna actually lift it here. Only modification I did are those tires. So these are 9.5 by 3-inch tires, bigger, wider. The speed by default was a bit off. I'm not sure was that from the factory. It's at 10-inch tires, so it was showing higher speed. Now I changed it to 9.5, and I think it's actually pretty accurate when it comes to speed, because it honestly really feels like that. And that's kind of it. Like you have a scooter with a full suspension, small format, only maybe a somehow downside is that those handlebars are not foldable, but then they could get maybe a bit more wobbly or whatever. So it's actually really good that it's like that. It is a bit wider than Xiaomi, but you need that at the higher speeds. And earlier when I was doing a speed test, as I said, I got like 54 kilometers per hour and a slowdown, because once you get used to ride a scooter that has a steering damper, trust me, you don't know how to ride a scooter without a steering damper anymore. It takes quite a long time to get used to it, But yeah, overall, brilliant scooter. Rear brake is not working the best, so I actually might need to replace brake shoes. But would I recommend it? Absolutely, definitely. Small format scooter that can fit in your boot, that's not going to take too much space in your apartment or whatever, but if you need to get somewhere quickly, if it's not too far, you're going to get there quickly. If you need a longer range in a slower mode, you're going to get that as well. So overall, yeah, definitely, like even 3 years later, this is worth the money that you would pay for it. So yeah, I think I can probably wrap this video around here. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. I hope I earned your subscription. If you want to support me, you can buy me a coffee. I'm going to put a QR code here somewhere. Or you can maybe buy some of the products in my affiliate links in the video description. Those are all products that I'm using myself. They're all being tested. If something ends up being wrong, it's being removed, like for example GoPro, their cameras are just degrading. They are not on the top level anymore. So of course, unfortunately, if something's not too good, I can't recommend it. So yeah, that's being removed now. Coming up next is my final Navi video, Navi S65, but overall my opinion about Navi. We are also preparing probably a final adventure this summer. We're going to do a test recording tomorrow and see how that's going to work out. And if all ends up well, then yeah, I'm going to bring you more interesting content pretty soon. So if you haven't, make sure to subscribe. And yeah, that's all. Till next time, guys, please respect other road users and of course, stay safe out there. Thank you. Bye-bye.